Black Lives Matter protesters in Toronto staged an event over the weekend in which they pretended their members were being held unlawfully by police. It all started when they went on a march to deface some statues, as you will on a regular Saturday morning. Included in their crusade against statues was that of Edgerton Ryerson on the campus of the university that bears his name, who they claim is an architect of residential schools. The irony here, of course, being this type of thought process is likely taught at your local university. Now, the other statue that must be stricken from the record, why Sir John A. Macdonald, the first Prime Minister of Canada, he's got to go. Tear down statues that represent slavery, colonialism, and violence, sad adults spray painted in pink. Defund, disarm, and dismantle. Their calls for abolishing police. Very intelligent protesting, as you can see. Black Lives Matter Toronto quickly took credit for this, and funny enough, this resulted in the arrest of 3 individuals. Police seized their tubs of paint, spray paint, sidewalk chalk, stencils, and rope from their van. Jenna Reed and Daniel Gooch, who are 35 and 47-year-old Danielle Smith, were all charged with 3 counts of mischief under $5,000 and conspiracy to commit a summary offense. Very sad. Upon their arrest, protesters followed them to the local precinct where they, quote, milled about quietly, munched on pizza, and chanted Black Lives Matter here. The BLM Toronto co-founder then demanded their release, saying this was an art-based demonstration. Anyone angered by the defacing of public monuments was misguided, he said with his pink megaphone. Have a problem with destruction of property? You're very likely misguided. If people care more about statues than they care about lives, then I would just ask them to question their priorities, he added. This has become the new mantra of the radical violent protesters. It's just property, you're not allowed to be upset, people are dying, which of course is a lie they've made up. By 5:30 p.m., police had issued a press release stating 2 of the protesters had been charged and released. So why did the protesters remain at the police precinct? After another 4 hours had passed, Toronto police released this statement on Twitter. Quote, the 3 individuals arrested today for alleged vandalism were provided access to counsel. Hours ago, they declined to sign the release forms to leave custody. They will be released as soon as they sign, and we would like them to do so. Here's the police chief stating that they want them to leave too.
Well, you know, again, this is up to them, and they can choose whether or not they want to be out right now on this warm night, or if they want to choose to make a statement and rally up more people. But it is a false narrative. They could be out the door right now if they chose to be, but they choose not to, and it is democracy, and they can do that. So they will appear before justices of the peace, and they'll have the opportunity to figure out what course of action that they so choose. But again, I'll say it is all their choice right now, and it has been for several hours.
Black Lives Matter is pretending they were being held in jail illegally, chanting these racist cops have got to go. Meanwhile, all they had to do is promise they'll appear in court later, a standard procedure, but of course they're not willing to do that. These are adults, sometimes in their 40s, with spray paint and chalk signs, who feel no responsibility for any of their crimes, all because of vague claims of racism and/or historical injustice. Adults. And that's what makes this so much more sad, that 3 people committing vandalism warrants a news anchor questioning a police chief live on air, as if there's some grave injustice going on. Strange times we're living in. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you see all of our videos, and go to rebelnewsstore.com where you can get this sweater that I'm wearing right now.